In 1260 BC, the former 𝗘PI𝗦𝗢𝗘𝗦 Noni is dispatched by her superior 𝗘PI𝗦𝗢𝗘𝗦 on a mission to hunt down and capture a rogue 𝗘PI𝗦𝗢𝗘𝗦 agent named 𝗘PI𝗦𝗢𝗘𝗦, who has killed other agents sent to apprehend him. 𝗘PI𝗦𝗢𝗘𝗦 fears that 𝗘PI𝗦𝗢𝗘𝗦 will share Wakandan technology, exposing the kingdom. Calling himself the Lion, 𝗘PI𝗦𝗢𝗘𝗦 has kidnapped men and women from across the world, who he forces into his kingdom, the pride of the lion. Noni allows herself to be captured during a raid. After hijacking a ship and freeing the other captives, Noni infiltrates his deep-sea complex. After fighting several of 𝗘PI𝗦𝗢𝗘𝗦's warriors, Noni confronts and subsequently defeats him in a duel. The mortally wounded 𝗘PI𝗦𝗢𝗘𝗦 triggers a self-destruct device, which destroys the entire complex. Noni survives the explosion, and 𝗘PI𝗦𝗢𝗘𝗦 invites her to rejoin the 𝗘PI𝗦𝗢𝗘𝗦. The fiercely independent Noni instead chooses to join the 𝗘PI𝗦𝗢𝗘𝗦𝗢𝗍𝗍𝗍. In the Trojan War in 1200 BC, the Wakandan Bacchae has infiltrated the Greek army under the alias of Memnon in their fight against the Trojans and has befriended Achilles. His secret mission is that he must recover a specific Wakandan artifact from the Trojan royal palace. During one raid, the Trojans turn the tide, causing Odysseus to sound the retreat. Memnon's allegiance is questioned by the soldier Pharaoh as Achilles defends him. Odysseus then appears, where he pitches his idea of the Trojan horse. Once the Trojan horse is built, it is given to the Trojans. Later that night, Memnon, Achilles, and their soldiers emerge from the Trojan horse and silently take out the guards, while letting in the rest of the Greek army. One guard manages to get the bell rung before he is killed. This alerts the soldiers who converge on the infiltrators. Memnon diverts from the battle as Achilles sees him leave. Memnon confronts a fleeing Paris and Helen of Troy, where he persuades them to give up the Wakandan artifact. As Paris and Helen escape through a secret passageway, Achilles catches up to Memnon and sees him near a fleeing Paris and Helen. Assuming that Memnon was a spy for the Greeks, Achilles fights Memnon and briefly grabs the artifact. Their fight was fierce until Memnon wounds Achilles in the heel and regrettably stabs him in self-defense, while stating that he was not on the side of the Greeks or the Trojans. 6 months later in Wakanda, Bacchae is told by an older Noni about the dangers of the lands outside of Wakanda by her experience. In 1400 AD, Wakandan field agent Basha has infiltrated Kunlun to obtain a stolen Wakandan artifact from a small dragon statue. The artifact can't be removed, so Basha takes the statue's head and flies back to Wakanda. Upon his return, Basha debriefs with his field leader Ebo and councilman Rakim. In the hangar, a mysterious intruder emerges from Basha's ship and takes out the hangar's staff. The intruder then encounters Ebo and asks for Basha. He tricks the intruder into a cafeteria filled with 𝗘PI𝗦𝗢𝗘𝗦𝗢𝗍𝗍𝗍, but the intruder fights them off and escapes. Basha encounters the intruder, who is revealed to be Jorani, the woman who found him in the snow outside of Kunlun and nursed him back to health, but Jorani pursued Basha when he stole the dragon statue. In the artifact room, Basha explains that the artifact was stolen from Wakanda, but Jorani explains that it has become more important to her people and uses her powers to pull the vibranium out of the statue's head. They sneak Jorani back to the hangar so that she can return to Kunlun with the statue's head. In 1896 AD, Kuda mentors Prince Tefari on his first mission to retrieve a vibranium axe from Adwa during a battle. On their way back to Wakanda, an armored person suddenly appears, causes their transport to crash, and fights them. Kuda and Tefari get the better of the adversary, but reveals herself to be the Queen of Wakanda and the last Black Panther from 500 years in the future. She shows them a vision of Wakanda in ruins, having been destroyed by aliens known as the Horde, due to Wakanda's isolationist policy, stopping them uniting with other nations. She sent herself back in time to find a way of stopping the Horde and found that the axe helps a future king of Wakanda see the wider world as potential allies if it is left where it was found. The last Panther is pulled back into the future. Tafari and Kuda return to Adwa and replace the axe. Tafari hope the failure of their original mission was worth it, fading to a shot of Killmonger looking at the axe in the British Museum.